Appreciate you. I like, I was going through, sorry. I was going through the tarot book. Excuse me. Hi, guys. And I was just like writing down some of the meanings. And I figured I'd leave some of them out and we could pull some cards to them. And the first thing that I see is some of you guys are dealing with hesitancy and uncertainty. You're going through a hangman right now. Whatever the setback is, they're saying that you need to use it as an opportunity to pause and reflect so that you can learn from your mistakes. Some of you guys need to create a journal and you need to take a look at your habits and see which one of those are holding you back from achieving your goals. You need to start seeing things from a new perspective and learn how to relax a little bit more and go with the flow. And you're going to need to learn how to be better at accepting unexpected delays. For some of you guys, you could be dealing with a group of friends that are not really good friends to you, family, friends, whatever it is. But they threw your name out in a bad way. For some of you, they could be gossiping about you. They could be two-faced. They could have deceived you. They could have made you feel like you were, I heard the word clout. And basically, it's just a group of people that want instant gratification. You could have just been all and working towards something in a career. That's been coming up a lot this week. It could be career oriented. There's competition around you. Says no matter what, though, all is at your fingertips. Says that some of you guys need to cut the cord of old attachments for good this time. Says you need to let go of what's familiar. And then you need to step into the future. For some of you, you've already done that. And it says that you're doing the right thing. You were wondering if leaving this person behind, or this group of people behind, or this job behind was the right thing to do. And it says that you did the right thing. You have the Page of Wands here, so this person wasn't what you were hoping to invest into in your future in the long term anyway. So you don't want to you're not trying to waste time just doinking around. Are you okay? There you go, buddy. Go outside. Go, buddy. You go, buddy, too. Yeah, for some of you, you are here to inspire others, to lead them to success. And right now, you need to seek clarity, and you need to figure out what makes you happy. You need to surround yourself with people that are optimistic and people that are goal setters. Some of you guys have returned to something in the past, a person in the past. It's coming up as the devil here. Twice now, that's cool. That's crazy. That's the same one that came up when I wrote it down. Says, yeah, this whole thing about your friend. Somebody just like honestly threw your name out there. It says it in terms like a volcanic fire. And says that some of you guys actually are aware of something that's going on right now. You're familiar that a group is talking shit and that The universe is watching you right now to see if you're going to participate in it. These people are two-faced. They will deceive you, and they gossip about you all the time behind your back anyway. And this is a test if you're somebody who wants to be accepted into a group that doesn't even talk well about the people that you already see in the group. So, see nervous in the reverse says that the devil represents the vice and the destructive behaviors, but it reminds you that there's a bunch of minions that are surrounding you right now, and then you're better than that, and they're watching you right now to see if you're going to accept this opportunity, or if you're going to allow this setback to leave you in hermit mode. Hermit mode is coming up. Some of you guys already went through a setback, and you have been stuck in hermit mode. And you're not nervous to make choices. You just stay there because that's your comfort zone. It says that it's a reminder to consider the potential consequences of your own actions. It's not for you nervous in the reverse. So you need to consider the potential of your own actions. Yeah, the Hierophant was coming up too. It was saying that it's just not a good time right now for some of you to be taking risky and rebellious, like leaps of anything. Saying that for some people, they could be trying to exploit you, get you fired, but basically, you got enemies right now. It's just not a good time to not be nervous. It's saying that you need to just do things that are the true and the tried already way and the legal way. And it's also saying that you need to examine your own behaviors. The second read tonight is saying that it's our behaviors that are causing the problems. And we're going to start having consequences for it. Says that you need to cut ties with old attachments, and you do have left behind in the reverse, because this could be friends groups for you guys. There's a lot of groupie shit going on here tonight. Says that by doing this, it will help you go into the future feeling more hopeful. Yeah, these people that have been bringing you down, they give you empty promises, and they distract you by instant gratification. And mostly for some of you, sexual manipulation. Um, Come on. Some of them could have sent you flowers. I see flowers over here in the garbage can. Says that right now you're being presented with new decisions. So the things that you're not wanting to leave behind, you're going to have to if you want to take these two decisions that are coming up ahead. Says that you need to practice grounding yourself, mindfulness, centering yourself. It's normal to feel overwhelmed when things are changing. Some of you guys could end up in a duel with someone. So no matter what, your energy is going to get a little turned, and you need to practice grounding yourself. And so that way you can just gather yourself and make the best and most clear-minded decisions. saying that you can get caught off guard if you're not paying attention. You probably already did. Some of you guys are hurt already by these people that have betrayed you, and you weren't expecting that from them. So, for some of you guys, your friends really matter, and you know, right now you guys could have got yourself in a situation that the law is even involved for some of you guys. You have the Hierophant here, and this is somebody that is a community leader. They overlook the community. They exploit people. They also work undercover. Um, so these could be somebody that is in your friends group that snitch you off for some of you. But they did throw your name out there in a bad way, it says. They deceived you. It says now is not the time for radical ideas or rebellion. It says that you need to do true methods and act with honor right now because people are watching you. For some of you guys, if you have problems with anyone. It says right now you need to follow your heart and you need to blaze your own trail boldly because the people that you are surrounding yourself with by anyway, they don't care about you, and that's what's hurting you. You've been very codependent on these relationships. You need to take steps forward into the future. You've been making bargains with people that honestly, it's like selling your soul to the devil. And this one says bargaining with witches. I believe that a lot of people are actually trying stuff. I think we have I think we got a lot of like possible like little witches out there right now. Which is I mean I don't care. I think that's cute. I mean but I think that people I could feel it in the air. A lot of people are messing around with things that they're curious about. So we don't really know how that works. For me, I don't. I've never played with magic, but I can imagine that if that's what they're doing, you know, I can see that they would probably do that, put spells on people and shit. I know that several people have actually shown me what they do that they think is similar to this in Switchcraft. It's not what I do at all. I've seen two people already, and I've known many others. So a lot of people actually practice witchcraft here. So the idea definitely is selling yourself to the devil. Um, and this one just says bargaining with a witch. I'm sure that's very different. Selling yourself to the devil is not the same as bargaining with a witch. Witches are different too. So you could be putting yourself in situations where you're making these actual deals with the devil, and which is by saying things, thinking things, feeling things, or even going to the store and hearing that is, you know, fucking around with shit on the internet, even getting recipes. You have no idea what the fuck you're messing with, and if somebody puts something out there and you're sitting there, you believe it, that's could be the recipe to take your soul. You know, I would not be messing with that. You don't really know anything about what the energy is that is put in on objects, and you go and take an object and play with it. You don't really even know, like, what if somebody has a spell on that object and you stole it, brought it to your house, and that's your karma. So I don't really know how everything works, but I definitely can feel like a strong anxious energy coming off of it, and so I would be messing with it. I can't imagine how it would work out in your favor ever. Nothing from the dark side cares about you in the long run. Some of you guys need to plan a mini vacation. You need to withdraw from the world and you need to self-reflect. You need to start thinking before you speak. Start planning in advance. Becoming more of an introvert. You need to focus on being detail-oriented and focusing on following more policy and procedure, and that really just goes well with all of these other ones. You're very ancient. You have old soul. You're also very stubborn. You don't really have a lot of tolerance for people. You look for opportunities and options within people that are easy to work with, and you don't have to talk to a lot. saying just you really just can't get. You can avoid getting caught off guard by a problem. So you need to ground yourself. You need to center yourself. So you're gonna have some delays come up that are gonna cause some problems for you, and it's gonna be possibly because you're gonna go through a duel with somebody. This person could be somebody that you've already argued with in the past. So if you get a bad feeling and you're just like, man, I don't really want to have any problems with this person, and it feels like it might be getting icky, you know, just watch that, and if you could end up actually having consequences if you don't follow your gut instincts this time. Says that both of you need to communicate both of your ideas and actually be able to be mature enough. All of you in this group, whatever's going on here, you guys would need to be able to put all your ideas out there and feel comfortable communicating, and also be able to have an open enough mind and be mature enough to comprehend what that means. A lot of people can barely even deal with a meeting without being controlling. And then sometimes they're like, fine, I'll do it. I'll go through the meeting. But so then there's like, in their mind, they're like, all I got to do is get through this stupid meeting. But that's not even it. It's saying they have to honestly hear it out, because the idea more than likely that is the best for you guys is probably going to be a mixture of either all of yours together or one of that's not yours at all. They wouldn't recommend you to be open minded if you weren't going to like something about it or there wouldn't be a benefit in it. So just find, and it does take time. I didn't start being a team person until I went to Vegas. Some of my greatest um, inspirations worked in a group of 5, actually. You need to be more open minded. You need to or will be focusing on more travel, and you will be focusing on creativity and ambition. So you need to know that the 3 to 5 people that you surround yourself with are who you become like within a 60-day period. So it's okay to have a bad day, but you need to learn from your mistakes. You need to explore the places in which you already are familiar with. You have already completed your time there. It's saying that some of you guys have a very old, you have a very long history with this friend of yours or this group of persons, whatever it is. They could be finding that this person's going in a different direction than you. They could have gained a new group of friends and deceived you this way. You could be friends for a long time. It's saying that whatever happened, it could be you that you deceived them, but it's saying that things may still be salvageable if you come up with a new strategy. So some of you guys could have quit a job and been stubborn and said, screw you, then left, literally. And now you're just sitting there thinking, fudge, like, honestly, I really kind of miss my friend. Maybe we could talk again. Maybe I did the wrong thing by walking away. And that's where you're even saying, maybe I can actually listen to what you have to say this time. Is there any chance we could talk this over again? Set up a meeting, see if I can get my job back or whatever you chose to leave behind, if it was a person that you were in love with. And you're like, I'd like to try to see things from a new perspective. I'm going to try, I've been learning how to relax more and go with the flow. And I think I'm getting better at accepting unexpected delays. I'm sorry that I got so upset last time. I've cut the cords with old attachments. For good this time, I haven't been doing those things I was doing anymore. and you're like, I'm ready to step into the future, doing what's right, and they're gonna say that's great, come on back. Um, they may even ask you to come back and be a leader. They may just be really proud of you and see how much growth and greatness that you have done and overcome. You found that seeking clarity and happiness and being optimistic was what led you to your inner peace. You focus on being more professional, and now you follow policy and procedures to avoid getting arrested or in trouble for some of you. You take your freedom very seriously now, and you value being at home with your family and your children. And some of you just had a baby, I feel like. Um, and you want to be a great father or mother to them. And those are things that are really beautiful and they really matter. Some of you guys are wondering if maybe you could come back home. You miss your person. And to say that, yes, I mean, if you talk it over with them and you show them this newfound you that you've become and this educated you, and that's all you have to do, babe, is like, I just grab these books and write it on little note cards, and then we do a little read. And we just learned a lot tonight, and that's what I like to do. That just shows, like, if you spend 20 minutes a day just learning and reading, it does a great things for your body. You were caught off guard by, a situation, and you may have reacted boldly. You also could have been, for some of you, excited. You could have been inspired by an opportunity, and you followed your heart quickly, and you left somebody behind, and then you realized that maybe wasn't the best way to do that. You maybe thought that was selfish of you in the end, and maybe you'd like to take them on a trip. It says here we have mini vacation, and maybe you'd like to withdraw from the world and reflect with them a little bit and sit down and talk to them about where things can go between the two of you. You'd like to have some alone time. I see that with this person or with yourself. It says that you need to actually take some time to step away and reflect. Um, so that you can see what's going on. Like you really need to be away from the matter. It's been very loud and frustrated for you. The energy, it's just weird in there. It's toxic for some of you. Some of you got in a fight. Somebody found out something, and so when you're around them, you're just getting pissed very quickly. You have no good things to say, and some of you guys may live together, and you need to step away to just see. Step away from the situation to figure out what went wrong. Somebody might be trying to convince you that it didn't go the way that it did. I'm feeling like somebody's defending themselves a lot around you, and you're trying to think. You seen something or heard something or whatever it was. They're just really troubled by it, and they're trying to really just defend themselves. They're lying, trying to cover up whatever they did. It feels like to me. I mean, why are they still talking? You're trying to think. It's obvious. It's bothering you, and anybody with a fucking brain and an eyeball can see that you don't need to keep talking. Obviously, I'm obviously upset right now, dude. Get away from me. Yeah, this person right now with you vulnerable and you needing to step away. They may have a way with you that, like, you have a certain time point that they're able to actually say something or get in there. Like, maybe they come in and give you a hug. I've seen somebody come in and give somebody a hug and kiss while you're feeling really broken. And that's how they almost like wrap it back up and seal you back up. It's like, I feel like for you, there is a moment in which you get sad that they know they get really like almost like defensive and panicky and whiny and close to you. Whoever this is gets close to you, and they actually, maybe I would never do that. When you like, they actually start to like almost get panicky or something. They're different in how they react than any other person when you're with. Some people usually scream or yell or cuss, but your person like, baby, no, 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 no. Like I would never, like I almost feel like they're really close to you, and I feel like with it telling you that you need to step away, you just feel like it's because this person might have. I heard earlier too, sexual like manipulation or seduction. They may actually, you guys actually be somebody that actually does do makeup sex after a fight. this may be their way to actually lock you back in. This person is definitely cheating on you. I felt like this person, the Page of Wands in the reverse made me feel like they have a possible STD. Some of you guys found that out, or you've just been having weird symptoms, and so you're like, what's going on, dude? And that's what's maybe been making you sick. I feel like forever you are, you're going to be sad and sick. Those are different reactions. Some people get angry, like, I mean, so you're actually coming up as a different personality, both of you and your girl tonight. So I always like different personalities. You guys almost seem like you're a cuddler, a lover. You do a lot of kissing. It almost seemed like such a sweetheart thing. But it's almost like a Netflix and chill thing, where this person Netflix and chills with other people too. I feel like they seem almost like, definitely you guys seem like an AC couple. Possibly you don't really go out, you're not going to go out and sleep in a tent and go camping and shit like that. And so basically you guys just kind of like almost like physical touch and affection and cuddles and kisses. And let's just pull some cards really quick on what's going on there with this person. Yeah, I told you. Cheating. The Lover's card. You're aware too already. It says induced and aware protection here. It does look like you're protected. I hope that means that they wore protection. Naive. Yep. 5 of coins in the reverse. This person's been using you for the little bit of money that you have. You could have had I don't know, for some of you guys, you could be like living in one of your friends' spare rooms with this person or something. I don't feel like you guys are picking up an energy of like, with the 5 of coins in the reverse, I feel like you guys are roommates of somebody or something. They may want you to move out. Arrogant and being bound in the reverse. Yeah, this person was never your lover. That's what you're finding out. You're finding out that this sweet, cute, sexy little Netflix cuddler or whatever the fuck you've been with has actually been doing the same thing with everybody. And you're like feeling like you meant nothing all of a sudden. You're realizing that you have different personality types, that they have different interests, they have different goals, and you would never just, you're just feeling sick about it. You went into a solitude for some of you after this. You focus on your inner growth. You focus on self-reflection. But for some of you, too much seclusion ended up doing more harm than good. You need to get out of the house and plan vacation. And next time when you date, just be looking for somebody who thinks before they speak and they plan in advance. I think your last person was pretty spontaneous and just, they were cute, but that cuteness went a long way with everybody else, you realized. You wanted somebody that follows the rules, that's more obedient, that has structure in their life. You don't need somebody that's rebellious, and when you didn't want to be codependent either on them anymore ever again. You went into hermit mode, started to isolate yourself. It became a personal disappointment for you because I think you saw this person as better, and it hurt you to see somebody that you saw as good not be what you thought they were. I don't know if it's like a blend of, it's like the world became a darker place that day. Like something you thought was so beautiful, it made you just realize it was all not beautiful. Like you've already seen all the other stuff. It was like to you the most beautiful thing. It'd be like, yeah, it's the worst. It's like your favorite thing, just like you realize it wasn't really like that. And I know you see the world as a darker place sometimes. You need to believe in yourself and you need to smile more. Yeah, this person was giving you empty promises and bringing chaos into your life. There's behaviors that needed to be assessed. We need to figure out what's sabotaging our success. You need to keep a daily journal so that you can monitor those behaviors. You say what you do today, put whatever you did down, just keep it brief. Um, and you can even get one of these calendars if you need to and put it on there. We can look at what we really got done, for the week. And then just write it down and just see. 13th. I was kind of lazy today, but I'll leave the house this week and go to Oregon, and or Seattle, one of the two. I don't care which one. I like Montana too. I did not go to the hot springs, but I've actually been kind of enjoying driving. I don't mind driving to any of those states. Maybe spend some time in California this summer, and definitely just get out of the house. Probably need to find a couple of renters because obviously I have all those rooms upstairs that are empty. I probably should do something upstairs, but I'm gonna go to sleep after this. Just like rest, but we definitely need to rest more. Some of you guys are needing new appliances, so rest is always good for you be able to make clearer decisions. Um, Spring's almost here. 1 week. I like spring a lot. Maybe if you guys planted your garden or whatever, which I don't know why I planted a garden if I'm leaving on the weekends. But I've been liking it. I really liked Seattle a lot. It's my favorite so far. Feels good over there to me. Like, I don't know. I like the feeling of it. That's a surprise. I would have never thought I would have liked that more than any of the other ones. Portland's, I never really hung out in Portland, I'm not gonna lie. I did like a couple times, but like, I usually go through Portland and I usually hit the ocean. I'm not really one to just go visit a city. I would rather be in nature personally, but mm, I don't really know that I like Portland to be honest. It's not for me. I don't think I really cared for the people much. It could have just been that Airbnb host. I'm not sure. But she was fucking crazy. So a lot of deep ass cards would come in tonight. Really, actually, we have Hermit, Devil, Hangman. This one's fucking the Eight of Swords. Friends deceiving people, depression. It says some of you guys are struggling with a lack of self confidence. That's been a big one tonight, too. You wonder if your appearance is good enough. Some of you guys are worried about your weight. You need to focus on your positive attributes. Some of you give in to negativity too much. And you also give in to feeling better through false compliments and instant gratification. Some of you are being too hard on yourself. You're your biggest critic. You're isolating too much. Push people away. You're stubborn. You need to look around and you need to understand that you have more options than you think. That's what I was saying. I was saying, um, You guys have stuff inside of you that hasn't even been activated yet. And you need to pay attention to your dreams. Saying that if you keep dreaming, particularly of yourself in a house, that you need to pay attention to what's in the house. Are the rooms empty and are they full? And it just basically the house itself represents your life and how you feel. And if you're trying to escape yourself and what kind of messes that you need to clean up. And if you're inside of this house or if you're outside of that house, and just taking a look at that. And a lot of you guys need to understand that you're here to inspire others and lead them to success through the experiences that you actually went through. And so when you live in shame and you fear what people will think about the mistakes or the setbacks that you had through judgment, then you can't even live out your life purpose because you're too worried about judgment from the 3D. And that's not even godly to judge. Yeah, it says you're helpless at the moment, but you do have the power to get yourself out of this. And it could be that you need more money. Some of you guys need a new car here right now. But basically, you're feeling hopeless, but you need to use your resources that you have. You need to ask for help, I'm hearing. You can't do this alone for some of you guys. It's either too much money or you just need to learn a new way, a new skill. You have the power to get yourself out of this. So basically, stop procrastinating, stop making excuses. Everything that you need is there. If you are in Spokane, Snap always has great resources. On the third Tuesday of every month, you can get up to $2,000 for your Vista bills. You guys can also call Vista and they will reduce your heating bill up to, I don't know, they did mine 35%. So use your resources. Don't just sit there and I know how it feels. You become very paralyzed when it comes to your finances. I understand that. Because, like, if you don't have money, how can you make it better? Some of you miss your father or your mother or your whoever made you feel special. Like you may have had somebody that made you feel really just like important and loved. I have the My Little Princess card here. That's what my dad called me. He passed away. So some of you guys could be missing somebody that passed away. They could be missing you too. You guys could be channeling each other's energy. This person's the full card comes out when I pull this. They want you to take a leap of faith in a different direction. He wants you to be enthusiastic and be more eager to do your best. And you guys can get little cards too and just put these down and then you can have your own oracle and anything that you love to learn, just put it down. And I think it's easier to remember things that I've put on here than I've been putting in the notebooks. I don't really go back in the notebooks and reread them. But now we can pull them and we can all be learning something all the time faster. And I think that'll be a great idea. Focus on quality and not quantity at this time. Through repetition, you will find something that works for you and do the best that you can. If you have somebody maybe pushing you to do things faster than you feel comfortable with, you are not okay with cutting corners for some of you. You really care about providing quality work. Somebody could be trying to give you more work at work, put more on your plate than you agreed to. You need to be firm with this person, set up a meeting and tell them that's not what you signed up to do, and ask for a raise or ask for some kind of rearrangement within the schedule or something that's going on here that you didn't agree to. You need to talk to this person about that. They're deceiving you anyway. They gossip also about you. They're two-faced. They're talking about you at work. Like I see a coffee room too. Some guys be coming into like the break rooms, and you feel like people are being quiet. When you get there, they are talking about you. They're jealous of you. There could be a promotion. They feel threatened that you may get qualified for. I don't know that you even know you're applying for this thing, but they seem to just not like your energy. You may not. I'm also hearing that they just don't like the fact that you don't care about them. A lot of girls are like that. They cannot stand that you fucking are not paying attention to them. They just cannot stand it. They literally, you're like, you can't do anything right around these women. Like, you could sit there and ignore them, mind your own business. You can try to be part of the friends, or like, no matter what, that's just what they do. They're nitpickers, or this ain't with the guys. I see that for some of you, it was actually a group of guys. This could be something to do with musicians. But I see something about clubs, or even a guns, like something about where it's just like a group of like more entertainment type of dudes. You guys got in a little bit of a bickerment. You found out even your own friends were gossiping about you. They could have offered you an opportunity and then given another person the same opportunity they told you were supposed to get. Makes you miss your parents. It says right now you're actually on the journey already. This is just passing on the way. It says if you stay level headed and focused and double check everything, there's no telling where this new path will take you. So just stay level headed and focused, which means calm. Don't let any of these people have power over you. Don't trip, you know. Don't trip on these people that were talking shit about you. These are just people you're passing by them. You will succeed at what you have going on if you do what's right. And when they say right, that means law and orderly right. Yeah. You need to come up with a budget plan. Some of you guys actually are like right on the verge of getting into trouble. You could be so talented that you could do something great, but you could have a situation with these people where who knows what they said about you behind your back, to be honest. But with the Hierophant here saying that it's just not a good time to try anything rebellious or do anything out of law and order. It was also saying that for some of you could be being watched. So regardless of how talented you are, if somebody's out to get you, it does say that somebody's trying to exploit you and take you out. It says that you're ready to pursue a new goal and that you have limitless potential. And that could be another threat that they have. I'm hearing somebody was trying to make money off you. You could have actually had a couple of contracts like that somebody offered you, and you just like, you realize that one was faulty, or again, they offered it to a different person, and they're going to regret doing this. Somebody could have chosen another lover over you. You found out that you were being played. There was two at the same time, maybe even three. Like again, you found out that that girl earlier in the read was Netflix and chilling with multiple people. Says that for some of you guys, you even delayed your journey for this person. A very important journey, actually. You feel like you gave up a lot for this person, but that's where your lesson comes in next time, saying, you shouldn't have to give up anything to be in a relationship. This person should, you both needed to be independent, not codependent, and be understanding that you guys were building a future and you both have individual lives. And next time you have a relationship, you need to do it differently. You were putting things off, you were sabotaging your own success, you're procrastinating, and this person was convincing you to procrastinate. They could have been like, oh, let's just hang out. Well, do you have to go to work today? Or, well, why are you doing this? And you're like, I feel like this person like kissed you and like, wanted to make love to you or whatever, but you actually did turn down some meetings. You did stop hanging out with friends. You like put off a lot of things for this person, and then you found out the person wasn't even being true to you. So you just feel like an overall like, and I feel like your friends actually told you that. I feel like they were like, yeah, right, dude. I feel like you found out for even someone that it was a friend of yours that slept with this person. Um, yeah, it said it's time to get a move on. And I see also, I just felt like it said it's time to move on. It said take this tarot card as a sign to ignore the little devil on your shoulder who's been convincing you to procrastinate. And I just feel like convincing you to procrastinate just seems like it would be more of somebody that's just saying, well, do you have to go? Like, can we go here, baby? And um, they weren't saying you couldn't do it. They're just convincing you to procrastinate. So they weren't saying no, you couldn't. So I feel like this person was just maybe wanting to take your time, and you're being asked to evaluate what you were asked to do for that person as a favor. I feel like that'll come up as a common denominator in your past and future relationships that you can put in your little journal and avoid next time. There were specific tasks that you were asked to do with this person that you can probably see some of the girls or men in the past have asked you to also do. And so it seems like, yeah, that's your character of dating. And so they're just saying right now that you can just journal the different characteristics by and figure out who not to date next time based off of specific favors. What were you doing with the people that you were dating? Because they always seem to have like a similar thing they do. Those ones, every time that they ask you to do that thing in the future, don't do that thing. Do something different. You can still like be hanging out, but like if they're like, oh, let's Netflix and chill, maybe next time say, actually, you know what? Do you run or do you go to the gym or do you want to go to get lunch or coffee? I would avoid dinner. Lunch and coffee is better. Like if you focus on breakfast, you have the whole day ahead. To me, dinner means that you could definitely have sex afterwards. Coffee to me seems more strict. Lunches either way. Um, you could try a walk. I've done walks a few times, but I think doing something, maybe look it up and say what are some traditional ways to go on a date. You could say, I would look up their personality types, and you'll just know if they're personality A or B, if they're going to be very forthcoming and confident. I definitely have personality A, you're alpha, you're more dominant. You'll walk in, you're just like on stage, you're not the one to do the behind the scenes work. You want to be up front. And B would be the opposite. They are your more calmer one, detail oriented, on time. They do follow a lot more policy and procedure. They're actually decent to learn because um, they do things right more so than the A. A is very spontaneous. We can really be disruptive to B. Um, we just walk right in and tell you guys to do whatever the fuck we say, disrespectfully. And you're like, excuse me, you're stepping on dangerous waters right now, you penis liker. And then you're like, we're different people, oval and rectangle. And that's what it is. It's just like understanding the differences without getting angry. A's are very forgetful. We don't keep a schedule. You And if a B is asked to do something, they want it to be done by policy and procedure, which means, well, typically, if you did it by policy and procedure, they would at least have a 2 week notice. And so A could, A with an attitude is going to be like, I'm not fucking telling you in 2 week notice you're my fucking man or you're my woman, and it doesn't matter. Anybody that can understand that that is their personality type, that is who they are. So if you are not mature enough, if we're not mature enough to respect that, then we shouldn't be dating. Period. There's nobody here in this room that can complain, rightfully. You can either stay away from people and not date and respect them, or you're gonna get karma for disrespecting people and throwing fits like a baby, acting like we should be in a relationship because we shouldn't. If you can't respect our people and we can't take the time to learn who they are before you date, then you will run into problems, and you will have a hesitancy and uncertainty. It'll put you into the hangman, and it'll cause breakups. But it's saying now you have the setback to use as an opportunity to pause and reflect and find those common denominators in those relationships. And you're being presented with new decisions right now. You were never left behind. Rejection is protection. You are practicing yourself by grounding yourself. You were caught off guard by this, but you were never meant to actually be doing the things that this person was doing with you anyway. They weren't actually planning on going anywhere with you. They had the page of wands in the reverse. So that's somebody that doesn't even have their shit together. They could have been staying with you wherever you were staying in your bed. They could have been sleeping in late. They were just kind of lazy and they would come and go. If they even had a car, for some of them, they were getting dropped off at your place. They were also cheating. And when they weren't at your place, they were staying at other people's places too. So some of them you were trying to call and they were like, you were actually getting weird feelings and you were like, where are you? And they had more of a cute, self to them, I feel like, than a bitch self. And so it led you on for longer than normal people would have. But you already had a problem with this person in the past. You were back to somebody that already cheated on you in the past. So whatever they did to you before, they did to you again. So you're putting yourself in situations to actually delay yourself. And you're just convincing yourself that um, you're accepting false compliments, is what I was saying in the last read. I think you just like this person. It could be a fire sign. You could be one which is an Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarius. You've been finding excuses for some of you guys to postpone an important conversation with a boss or a loved one. Yeah. You need to tell them what you're thinking about doing. For some of you guys, it's the full card here, so you could be thinking about taking a leap of faith, which would be you moving forward possibly in a different direction. Have you been finding excuses to postpone an important conversation with the boss or loved one? Maybe you've been wasting a lot of time or avoiding an inevitable project. Take this tarot card and a sign to ignore the little devil. Yeah. So some of you guys actually didn't complete a project and you're scared to tell them. You're scared to tell them that maybe, like I'm hearing, you made a mistake too. You spent some money, you crashed the car, maybe there's some kind of dent or injury to something. It's not done. It's not there. You don't have the money. They want to know if you're going to pay it on Wednesday. I don't know. You're not completed the deadline. You can't make it, and it could be worse than they have any idea. Um, yeah, somebody's expecting you to be done with something when they talk to you next. Somebody's been trying to already call you. Somebody has been avoiding phone call, texts, emails, something like that. Yeah. And it's saying who's been convincing you to procrastinate. So, like, this could even be a friend that you guys party with that is saying, we can spend the money now and we'll make it back later. This would be a friend that's like, oh yeah, let's flip it and they fucking spent some money. You trusted them, and they never paid you back. You know, maybe you thought you were gonna flip something, didn't work out. Now rent's due. Maybe your girl wants to know if you got your money, your half some about it. You didn't. You fuck a friend. Maybe you and your friends. You know that could be one of those things where you and friends fucking went on the side deal and thought you were gonna do some fucking best friend shit, and you're fucked now, and it's gonna affect possibly your family life, or it did, and your bitch is like, what the fuck? It caused like some big shit. You could have like got fired for something, like getting caught for using or something, do something crazy at work. Some of that money, some of you guys could have borrowed money from work or something. Like either way, there's something that needs to be there. It's not gonna be there. Could even be a car. Some of you guys could have borrowed a car, took a car. Some about a house too and keys. Like you could have been housing. I've seen in my vision a house party. Somebody fucking used somebody's house. It's fucked. Somebody robbed somebody. Something about it. You were responsible for these things. Yeah, and you don't. You do know what the fuck. You know. You do. You're just like, oh my gosh. Like yeah. You're like freaking out. You're giving me anxiety. Yeah. No. Uh, yeah. Hermit again. Hierophant again. Yep. We have true love here too. For some of you guys, you fucking cheated too. And the person that you fucked around with actually didn't care about you. They're pissed and they wanted revenge on you. And they could have made a video or sent a message to your ex to get you back. Your friends could have actually recorded some kind of video at a party. Two-faced, they deceived you. Something about showing it new with you, this new bitch. I don't even know. I'm getting all like my hair's like are getting goosebumps. I'm getting all mad. It says honest and open communication is the key to getting things back on track. So you could have actually went through a breakup because of this already, and you're like, man, I miss my baby boo. It does say that this can be salvageable, but it's saying you need to talk to them and have an honest and open communication. And it does say that you've been postponing this conversation. It hurts you. You feel shame. Well, you know what? That's what they need to know. Don't ever feel that guilt is a bad thing. That's what anyone would want to know that you feel. They don't want to make. They want to make sure you don't do it again. So don't look at that as a weakness. That's a strength that you feel bad. You want to heal things with this person, and you are a good person. You know that you made a mistake. For some of you guys, you weren't even sober. I feel like you were intoxicated. There could have been a party. This was just not something you would do. It's not really who you are, and so you made an honest mistake. You know, don't be too hard on yourself. Has been coming up a lot. You want to be with this person forever. You delay this important journey. You're just you convince yourself. You try to convince yourself that you're a bad person. That you're not good enough. You're very critical on yourself. You're putting yourself into this like place of self doubt. You put yourself down a lot. Yeah, you place yourself on a low value. Some of you guys are dealing with a parent that does not allow their child to love you and share a healthy relationship with you. They try to interfere all the time in your guys' relationship. They're rude to you. They don't accept you into the family. The person loves you a lot. When you're together, you feel as though you have a true connection and you're very harmonious. You find that you feel true love for this person. You guys are a perfect match. It says that you guys have to go through a decision where you have to face this crossroad and you need to consider your options carefully. You guys come from two different completely backgrounds possibly, and just it's about both of you just knowing that you're going to have to take this big leap of faith. You have the full card here, and there's a lot of things that are different between the two of you that other people have a lot of input, that both of you will have to make a decision on if you're going to choose each other and the love that you have, or if other people have the power over you to change that at the time. Some of you guys have a lot of friends, a lot of third party energy here. Could be their parents and your friends. I'm hearing that somebody has a female best friend that is very out of line. She is very involved in your relationship. She speaks to you, and that should never happen. She needs to be respectful. Or he, if it's a friend of his, somebody's talking to you directly when no, they just really don't need to do that. Um, Typically, the person in a relationship just would never have their partner do that. They would also tell their friend, shut the fuck up. And so that's not happening for some of you. You're actually being disrespected and your partner's allowing it. Here's your food. Here's your cute bag. Could be even their parent, their mother. There's could be brothers popping jokes about you at family settings, or see your brothers. I don't know, just like it's something funny to you though. There's a lot of disrespect going on around you. I think it's funny to put you down in group settings. And it's not. You thought you were around better people than this. You realize that they were deceiving you. And they were giving you empty promises. Um, you're doing the right thing by withdrawing from these people and saying not to let yourself be deceived by them. And that, yes, it feels disgusting, but you're going to have many other greater opportunities. And these people were actually giving this opportunity to other people. And they're going to screw everybody over. You're just trying to see things from a whole new perspective. And you're like, okay, you know what? And this has actually been a really great experience for you, because for some of you, one of the biggest fights that you were having with your partner was that you were still very involved with your friends and you loved them, and you were like, I don't want to pick and choose, and that's a place that you grow out of. You learn to become a man or a young woman and focus now on your family, and you separate from friends, and that's just a natural transition that you're going through. And so this was actually a blessing. It seems like in the end, you did make a mistake with these people, but I almost feel like it was these people who did, it was like almost like a setup in a way, because you could have been with them when everything happened. And then I feel like for some of you guys, they even blackmailed you. They could have even made a video or something. They told people about something. They just deceived you. They could have offered an opportunity to somebody else. They were two-faced. They lied. You could have been with your woman, your man, whatever it was. You just found out that in the end, what you were thinking you wanted more than a family, you had the opportunity to experience, and that was a good thing. It didn't end up being a bad thing. You got the chance to get this out of your system. You would have never known. You could have always missed your friends, had this not happened. What? What are you looking at me like that for? What? You're so cute. What? Are you so cute? You freaking want my pasta or something? Freaking spoiled. I think in the end you learned a lot. And I think now that you'll come back and you're actually, I feel like you're coming up with like more as an adult, like a young adult after this. I feel like honestly, if this never happened, you would have been resentful possibly towards your lover. And I feel like they gave you the chance to just explore it and do whatever you want. They handled themselves with grace and self-respect, and you ended up missing them. And this is all now choice. This is all now choice. You have no questions, and you made a couple of mistakes, but they're gonna. It seems like they're gonna love you, and if you can communicate with them respectfully, they're gonna take you back. What? Are you done? You think you're all happy now? That dogs. You so cute. Are you cute? I'm trying to have girlfriends. Yeah, everything's at your fingertips right now. What? What? Yeah. This summer's gonna be really good for you. Be careful though of your double attachment. Which to you seems to be like your lover. Yeah, you need to spend more time with kids this summer, whether you have nephews or cousins or whatever it is. Kids are always where it's at. They always enjoy it. They're grateful to go to the lake. I love going to lakes with everybody and taking the kids and, wherever they want and just having fun with them. It's fun. I'd rather hang out. I don't care where we go. This year we can hang out with more friends. Get better days ahead. But you do need to actually change up your... Hazel, get the fuck out of there. Stupid ass. Fucking punch you in the head. Okay, eat that fucking dog's food one more fucking time, dude. Go the fuck lay down. Sorry, I'm a dick. That's the third time she fucking ate it. Can you fucking be stupid ass? Yeah. Fucking looking like... Don't fucking wag your tail. Who the fuck are you dumb, dude? Sorry, I'm a dick, dude. But fucking seriously, dude. Okay, what makes you feel this way? Alright. You need to figure out what makes you feel pure delight. You need to focus on optimism. And you need to inspire others. You need to take time to recover and recharge. And you will get your glow back soon. Saying to go easier on yourself. If you're feeling defeated, remember that no one succeeds at everything. You need to get better at accepting unexpected delays and going with the flow. For some of you, you've been seeking clarity about a big project or a goal, and this card is saying that there's a very positive sign. Your optimism and your glow will inspire others, and it's going to lead you to success. So if you have a big meeting or a big project It's just that that's what I think that's going on at work. I think they know that you're great, and I think that you're going to get this promotion. You do have people that are absolutely trying to sabotage you. Uh, for some of you guys, you could be in the food industry, and I feel like there's been two different people, possibly women, but obviously it's gender's not specific. But I did see two women actually sabotaging somebody's food. So if and I just actually felt like I was looking, feeling I was getting visions today, and of somebody in a obviously the break room. So that's another food thing. I want some food things here. So watch your food in the break room. Somebody could be stealing your food in the break room, or you just they're putting shit in your food. They're like actually laughing around your back, like they could be doing actually nasty shit to your food or something. I don't know. I just don't trust them. Something about the food in the I don't know. Sick ass bitches. All right. You should be realize more than people know that you do. Whether you're more smarter, you have more money, you are obviously way ahead of the game at work. Clearly, the cards are saying that you're going to have an outstanding end result when it comes to whatever you set your mind to there. So, obviously, your leaders are going to see whatever you bring to the party when you apply or do your speech. So, people that are making fun of you clearly don't. And that's jokes on them. Um, you need to start prioritizing your own joy. Um, some of you guys have been doing way too many favors for other people. You can just give them one a year or give them at least equal reciprocation of what they do to you. Um, some of you guys just need to, like, first of all, too, when you feel like resting, yes, but you need to rest. Some of you guys, when you are tired, you need to be like, I'm sorry, but I'm tired. You don't even have to say tired. Don't even fucking respond. If you get the message, you do not have to respond. You're dissolving everyone right now from the 3D. You're going 5D, exactly. You're clearing your space. God's monitoring you at this time. He's make sure that you stay the course. So honestly, nothing that you tried to do outside what He's having you become is going to be successful. He's gonna burn it. That's why it's coming to an end. It's Ascension Flames is what I'm hearing right now. He's making you prioritize your own joy. You're done with the chapter, and you're a 144. You work for God, so it's not. Um, when God comes to get us, we're different. We're warriors, and we work for Him. So that's like going into the military base. Anybody that fucks you over is gonna get taken care of, like that. So don't worry about that. God doesn't fuck around with you. God's watching over you, and He's also watching you, and He will fuck you fucking over too if you fucking fuck with Him, because you're going where the fuck He says you're going right now. He's having you feel vulnerable because He needs to get to you. And when God is trying to talk to you and you have all this chaos around you going on, you cannot hear Him. Going to church praying on Sunday but coming home to a kid house is not godly. Some of you guys haven't been having, and you don't have joy in your life. You don't listen to positive music. You don't feel happiness. You don't share an intimate relationship with your partner. Your kids run around and make noise, but you feel like you sit there maybe and just like sitting there and you're just thinking about all the hard work that you put into everything. And for some of you, you could be even out of state from your family. You just want to release this journey and all that you've accumulated on it. For some of you, feel like you could be a lot more peaceful if honestly you went around all of this and you're feeling as if they hold you back a little bit. You don't feel as though they appreciate you. For some of you guys, yeah, they put you. You're just like in the hangman right now. Somebody's like you does. You want to plan summer, but yeah, 9 of Cups. So for you, your wishes will be granted. All of your stars have been aligned right now, and I think you're just looking around the room, just thinking, well, I guess at the time, since saying that for you, your wishes are being granted, and you've completed your work. Then I guess at this time, all that you really need to know is just casually. I wouldn't say, "Oh yeah, I got this promotion. Do you want to do this?" I might just say it really casually in a way, especially when like if you know somebody's into money, maybe say it in a way that would be opposite of money. Just say it more casually, like, and see how they treat you if it wasn't something that would involve something that would benefit them. See if they're really pure hearted. God wants you to choose pure hearted people on this journey because that's what's wearing you out and down. They want you to make sure you're pure hearted. They want you to specifically reevaluate your motivations and not worry about impressing others. Yeah, I'm hearing clout too earlier. Yeah, those people are going to deceive you. They already have deceived you. So that was supposed to be a lesson from earlier. They put you in a hangman because you trusted them in the first place, and they were not true to you. Time will tell. 70% of what you worry about never happens. Yeah, some of you spend way too much time thinking about things that have already passed and saying that the people who are supposed to be in your life will appreciate you just the way that you are. And that's the thing you're trying to do. Some of you are trying to impress people and you don't need to. They will love you for who you are and they would stick up for you and they would never let anybody be rude to you. Rejection is protection. Yeah, you need to be authentic and true to yourself. So just use yourself as an inner compass. And if you feel like saying yes, say yes. When you feel like saying no, say no. And you never need to worry about impressing others. You need to align with yourself. Everything will fall into place. You need to reevaluate your motivations. Why are you doing the things that you're doing? I always ask that after I figured out that people were like using us. I was like, fuck that shit, man. I realized I was getting like led to the waters and then left behind. I was like, man, dude. And I realized like all the time I would spend, and I was like, that's not cool. And I was like, man. And at first it would be like less and less people, only a few. But then it started to get more. I don't know if I got dumber or if they became worse. Couldn't tell you, but I know a lot of people do now. There's a lot of times we get fucked over now. I like to believe that's maybe from dabs or something, but damn. There could also be a chance that people just do that now a lot. And I'm just like, man, that sucks. Because you have to like think about it like that, and it could break your heart to think of it. If people are really like that, you're just like, um, sucks to think if people are actually not good people. Yeah, what are your motives for doing things? Like, is it because your parents want you to? Is it because your lover wants you to? Somebody is actually, it is a human, it's a third party voice that actually directs you. Some of you are following the path of another. You detour a lot of decision making based off of this person's needs, asking wants. This person doesn't seem to have a car. You could ask them, you could drive them around or something. That is one of their main moves for some of you guys that they do to keep you from specific things that they don't want you to actually aspire in. They're pretending to need rides to maybe doctor's appointments or some kind of important appointments or something like that. But it's actually, ironically, when you need to go to certain things, they're actually trying to detour you from actually having success in that thing. Yeah, so good luck is on your side. Things are working out for you. Somebody does treatment in the reverse. They could have been asked to go to treatment. You could have left treatment. So far, you may be able to sign up for treatment. The reason for it is because right now you guys are treading, for some of you, on a thin line. And we're saying already earlier that some of you guys are being watched. Um, and that somebody was trying to exploit you. Obviously, your friends are throwing you under the bus, so you could have been involved in some kind of group thing. There could have been a crime that could have been committed in a group, and you're wondering if they're gonna fucking talk shit about you. They're actually already snitched you off. It looks like they could have used. They could have said it was you completely. They could have recorded you actually enacting that evidence against you and made it look completely like it was you or something. They're very deceitful. These people. It could have been family. It could have been a relationship with somebody that you thought you were in a relationship with. You were head over heels with this person. You had to distance yourself from them. You needed a moment to think about everything. You needed to change your goals up because there were some things that you needed, like a house or just like literally anything. You didn't have a car, maybe they were the ones driving you around. You realized that every time maybe they dropped you off for work, they were leaving with your car, maybe you were letting them drive it and there was another person in it. It just really messed you up. You need some time away to think because you're somebody who goes very deep within your emotions and you actually need to dive deep below the surface to discover what's really going on at the heart of the problem. Some of you have some deep rooted pain from long ago, and you could have anger issues that are about to be released and that could cause you to get some long term consequences. You need to be in an environment where you feel supported, understood, and appreciated. You're somebody who wants happiness and closeness within your family circle. You are somebody who enjoys being close to friends and loved ones. You could be somebody that is out of state right now. You could be pursuing some type of individual life goal where you are alone at this time and you feel alone. Right now, you don't really know where you fit in. You could be learning new. What's up? Who's snoring over there? I'm punching the head. I like snoring. You done? Okay. I'm such an asshole. All right. So you need to stay true to yourself. You don't know where to fit in, so you know what? I'm not nice. What you want up, dude? You think we're fucking hanging out? I already fed you pizza. I thought it was good. What? You smell it. I heard you. I'm gonna tore my earplugs. I love you. Cutie pie. You cute. Yeah. You want lasting happiness. You want to be married. You value that. You're somebody who sees a lot of superficial people around and low vibrational people, and it's very discouraging to you. But that's what's asking you to reevaluate your own motives and ask yourself, why do you want a person? And maybe something that you want to achieve a person for is selfish. You need to let your loved ones know how much you value and appreciate them. Some of you guys actually are being delayed because you haven't showed gratitude towards, yeah, I was picking up that. The smelly feet came up in reverse. Some of you guys, again, you just want to be married. And as you go through social media, you look at the people and the options and the lifestyles and the choices, and you're just like, I just don't feel like any of those are what I want. Some of you guys have been on dating websites. You it looks like you do have true love coming in your future, so you're actually elevating. All of this loss led you to be around people that actually went through similar things. And and now that you've had self-respect and had opportunities to try these things out, you're just like, actually, that's not what I want in my life. And so it ended up being really good in the end. Hey. Hi. Are you okay? I know I'm such an asshole. Let me just close that first for me. There you go. There you go. Yeah, your wishes are being granted because you know what you want and what you don't want. And as you went through this process, it wasn't something that was easy for you to endure or see because you lost a lot of respect for people along the way. But great things aren't far and few, and they do take hard work to keep and have. And um, no possession stays in great condition without you continuing to take great care of it. You have Queen of Wands energy here because you're somebody who just doesn't give up, and you're somebody who also doesn't settle for less. You have Six of Cups. So it's saying that for some of you, you think about the past a lot. We call it don't go down the rabbit hole in therapy. Um, when you remember a memory, it will make your body remember the way it made you feel that day. So it could cause a lot of anxiety and depression and trauma that you may be bringing into your current self and actually believing that that's who your new self is. And it's not. Anytime you remember any memory, it will actually connect to the way you felt. So you can be aware that if you feel like crap that day, you're going to feel like crap if you think about it. So it'll help you be more mindful of just kind of not going down the rabbit hole. You can detour yourself and be like the minute you even start to think about it, when you start to feel your heart just like beat, just know that that's exactly what's happening. The body stores feelings and memories together. Just because you don't want to feel like shit, well, then don't think about the memory. Some of you guys think about what it could have been and how it could have been, and it actually makes you remember the way it made you feel when you went through the breakup. So you're feeling sorrow every single day. So you need to be more aware that you're in control of your thinking and your feelings and how to redirect that. It's time for you to let go of whatever it is that you think about from the past and forgive yourself. Some of you guys feel to blame for what happened. Says that you're wiser because of this experience. Says now you're going to be somebody that just thinks from a more realistic perspective. You do trade knowledge. Like if you want to be wise, you trade your ignorance and your innocence for that. You do have to also be patient too, because once you realize that people do that to you, you have to realize, oh shit, that made me feel bad. Or you'd be like, I was pretty angry, or I went to prison, or man, that was a lot of time that I spent from that one little error correcting that. You know, some people learn from their mistakes and some people don't. And you also can't spend too much time in hermit mode isolating yourself, because then you become immature and isolated and you don't learn from other people. And you also become self-destructive because nobody's there to tell you that you shouldn't do anything that you're doing. You just do whatever you want. You don't grow. Says that you need to enjoy your trips down memory lane, but don't get all swept up in the memories that you lose your realistic perspective in. Says that it's easy for you to romanticize old connections and events. So some of you guys had a few good times that you think about, but you didn't do anything to keep that stuff going long lasting in your life. I'm hearing that you weren't able to compromise with these people, and so you just let it go. It's saying that something's clouding your thinking. Saying that you will be reuniting with someone important from your past. Enjoy your memories. It's going to make you very nonchalant. I did feel like somebody from your past was going to get in your energy too, and you were in love with this person at one time. So it's saying that specifically in this that you guys are going to enjoy your moment, but it's going to make you very just hazy and daisy. It's going to make you remember them and take you back to this time that you were with them, and just not to get swept up. And you need to be realistic, and so you need to get better at possibly enjoying moments with people without getting all too carried away with it. Maybe you're somebody who, like, the minute you see them, you're like, oh my gosh, is this the one? Is this my soulmate? And so you take it so far that you don't stay grounded, and you also don't seem to maybe possibly tell this person what you think, and then you watch them just leave your life. So you go through this whole like clouded like cloud nine thing, but you may not make any moves. It may just be all in your mind, and it may just be very quick lived and died off. And do you feel maybe like guilt a little bit, or you're just like feeling a little down on yourself? I feel like maybe if you could have a conversation with yourself, like, why didn't you hit on them, or why didn't you kiss them goodbye, or why didn't you do that? I feel like you always think about doing something, but you maybe don't, and then you watch it walk away. Some of you guys may will go on a high school reunion or something. And that's where you may see somebody that you used to know. Somebody you used to know, maybe a song of your guys's. The past lover that you may see is somebody that could have possibly made you feel very bound. You guys could have shared a very strong, intimate relationship. You could have had like actual additional things that you did in the bedroom that other people don't do. Yeah, I see bound, I see restricted twice. So, what's up, dude? In particular, you guys could have actually done like bondage or something. You haven't been able to really honestly find anyone better. I feel like you fantasize about the sex you guys had a lot. Or this person maybe having sex with them. What? 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 Do you think we're friends? Are we friends? Are we friends, Bullet? Are we friends, Hazel? She's like, oh, she's not. She's all pissed. Straight ditch me. She's mad because I'm dog sitting. These people around you don't understand what's going on with you, but you actually disassociated, or you're dissolving like the past because you're going 5D, and they probably don't even know what 5D is. What? Some of you guys maybe seen a moose lately. In the forest. Could have seen some kind of like awesome just forest, like a bear or a moose I'm seeing. That could be clarification for you. Some of you guys just need to get to the forest. You're somebody who has you may have moose horns in your house or something to do with moose horns. You could miss somebody. I'm seeing that maybe you used to go hunting with your grandpa or some with your dad. Some with big horns. It could be there's like some kind of like old. He kept his rooms maybe like darker brown. Um, Maybe you drink whiskey or something, but he likes moose horns. That person you think of a lot. You miss him. Could have had like old dark leather chair or something. I'm hearing that person. It's kind of where your trauma began when they lost that person. It could be your grandpa. I'm feeling, there's been grandpa energy coming out. What? He could have died of cancer. For some of you, he could have died in the Twin Towers. Or it could have happened in 2001. For some of you, you could be part of the military. For that time, the military energy was coming out. I guess I like babies. What do you know? What the fuck? See, this is exactly why I yell at you guys. Get away from me. I'm like, I hate you. I'm like the Grinch. My mom used to tell me that. I apparently like babies. I'm like, oh, no. I'm like, ow. Hazel's like, what the fuck, bitch? She's like, you're gonna jump in my other room. You've been very restricted lately. You've cut people off, and I love you guys. You're amazing. All right, get out of here. I hate babies. Love you, Hazel. You're so cute. You know I love you guys. Don't try to fucking look at me like this. I'm a lone rider, dude. Yeah, who said that? You're gonna be like, I feel like that's what you would have said. Yeah, some of you guys could feel suicidal at times, or this person could have lost them. You could have lost this person to suicide. You could feel PTSD. But you need to be careful because somebody could be hacking into your accounts and actually responding to messages on behalf of you, or you could be communicating with somebody that you think is the person, and it's not. This could also be a person that responded on behalf of for somebody that you loved a long time ago. I feel like there was a parent that possibly could have seen the message that you sent and actually wrote something back to you. So if there was ever a lover that you think about from the past that wrote something that just seemed really off and you couldn't believe they said that, yeah, no way. You're like, what? No way, dude. Like, it's literally like that. Who said that? I feel like who said that goes to the people that are dealing with the people that group of people who gossiped about them behind their back. They could snitch you off. I feel like that group, after they either offered a promotion to somebody, two people that I feel like they talk shit about you and laugh and snicker, and you've been walking in and out, possibly like of rooms at work or something, and you're just like been feeling like that's what's been going on, and it is. It could be also just playing jokes on your stuff at work. Your items at work could just be looking, they just be acting weird. In my mind, I heard somebody say, I remember this one person saying, they're the type of person that breaks things at work and then they put it barely back together so that when you show up, basically, if you even touch it, it falls apart. And then the next person, they said they just always make them feel like they broke it. And so that could be something that's going on. And they just do. I call them the wolf pack at work. Dangerous Waters here. They will always usually win. Um, my favorite girl, her name was Kristen at work that I've ever seen. And there was a few Kristens, and they were all actually pretty fun. Kristens are pretty fun. I like Kristens. I think Kristen gets a vote for me, but literally, this one, she just pretty much just like had a nice, calm face. She wasn't like smiled with her open teeth. She would just like normal smile, keep her head down, and she dressed pretty normal, like a baseball cap girl. And she never really looked you in the eye, but if you stared at her long enough, occasionally she would see you and she would just give you a little welcoming, simple, warm smile and get right back to work. And I felt like for me, out of all the people that I've ever seen, she was probably my best um, inspiration of how to act. It's very difficult at work to act in a way where people just are not fucking annoying you. And they seem to do this. And right now, you could be treading on Dinge Waters with wherever you're at within the company. Yeah, you have a tower moment coming. Yeah, somebody's being possessive of, for sure, a lover here. It's talking about Rapunzel being locked in the tower because her mother. Rapunzel goes through a few things from her mother in particular. Um, yeah, it's definitely a third party energy here telling you guys how to date. Narcissistic parents see their children as an extension of them, so you can't have them. They're theirs. They're not. They don't share. Like it's, and it is frustrating for you. But your best bet is actually probably research narcissism, and you're gonna want to try to see which behaviors this parent has, because you're gonna need to actually. It's so tricky. One thing I can tell you, my mom, with respect, she's gonna get pissed, but my mom is a narcissistic parent. And the girls, if you're dealing with a female narcissist to a mother narcissist, I never dealt with the male narcissist myself personally. My dad's he's psychopathic, he's just happy as fuck. And my mom's a Leo, Karen, and a narcissist. And so she does not fuck around, dude. It is very difficult to date us. Oh yeah, dude. My mom owes us. But I finally broke free, but it was not easy. But actually, I haven't even dated in 4 years. What am I talking about? The last time they told me to, they called out the cops on Edward too. They're crazy. They actually, so this time around, I'm just gonna be like, well, there's like, the kids are here now, they're grown, and they come and go when they want to, so I'm just like, just sitting here like a fucking dweeb. But, yeah, they will, okay, so what's gonna happen with your son to a mom? Bro, I don't even know. My brother lives there. He has a wife. He divorced her. It's very difficult for the men to date anybody. Worse, I think. And you know, Seth, I really do feel like they love you guys very much, just so you know. They're very hurt. The boys are very hurt. The girls, they're hurt, but I don't know. I feel like you guys are really smart ladies, and I feel like men have about 5 or 6 different modes they go with, period. And girls, we have like at least 20 or something. You know what I mean? We can mode differently. And so I feel like we do connect with emotion. They actually don't. They're connected to physical touch, and they actually require physical touch as part of their modes. And so it's like we require emotional connection. So we can actually at least emotionally connect with understanding. Men actually do kind of have, they can learn to understand if they're into education, but not every man is. They're kind of just men. And so it's like, I don't know, I guess I just see that women don't really come down to not being smart enough to figure this out. I feel like women come down to being more manipulative, and guys come down to just needing to slow down and stop fucking putting sex first and know that women that are going to be worth having in their life are going to be really do all women. And so you're going to get sex on the first date. But if you sound like every other dude talking about sex first, you may sound like every other dude. So the women are going to be either money hungry or they're going to be pretty much naturistic. Like a woman who is obviously a goal setter, I've seen them have pretty nice little done apartments already, and they focus on having cute little cars. And they usually are single, and they're pretty cute. And they are little bosses, at first. If they're little hood rats at first, and they just want this and that, fuck no. They have a bunch of kids, real quick, leave all the baby daddies, and realize that they don't got one anymore. Eventually, they leave the last one for the last time. And they do it. So far, they're all just living someplace, and they are all on the state money. And that's their karma. You got to be more careful, in my opinion. Even worse than paying child support, I would say, is about who you want to mix your family genetics with. There's a few of my homies that actually have some serious fucking mental health illnesses, and you're going to really want to just think that that's what your kids are going to have. A lot of people are out there taking all these pills and shit, and you need to know why. What do they got? Because do you want your family to be mixed with that? We do have a lot of narcissistic women in our family, but they probably say the same thing about me. They probably call me the grandiose one. I feel like depression, like if you're mean to people versus a happy, confident person, I personally would rather be around happy people, but some people don't like that. And that's actually the disorder. The disorder is that some people they want to be around negative stuff. They actually like it. I actually saw that earlier. Somebody's like, yeah, I'm bored. Tell me something terrible about somebody else. And then like 15 people were on there and they're like, me too. Tell me too. I'm waiting. And I realized everybody wanted to hear terrible things. And a lot of people say that. And it's to each their own. I don't mind what anybody wants. That's why I watch everybody. I'm just like, I like to see what everybody likes. And a lot of people like some gruesome shit. And they want to hear the drama. And so it's really about finding what brings you joy and what would be, because you got to look at it like this. It's like, you don't have to be religious, but the universe is what weighs out your karma. There's karma and dharma. So if you put out negative thoughts about anybody, that is negative. You have to pay that price. Anything that, it's called evil eye. So anytime you put an evil eye out on anybody, you thinking hate about anyone, that weighs out, and you have to pay that back. So you know how many minutes a day you spend thinking in negativity, and you actually manifest from your thoughts and your feelings. So if you think about somebody for 10 minutes, you're going to have to pay that back. If you fucking hate for 10 minutes, you have to pay it. It's your choice. And so I realized, I was like, well, I guess then in that case, I can stop, judgment here. We got to stop judging people. You can do whatever you want for as long as you want. They're saying, well, go ahead, but if you think they're saying everything is balanced, you're treading on dangerous waters when you think like that, because you can't manifest positive things into your life if we are negative. So it's simple. I don't think anybody's getting judged for feeling the way that you do. I think everybody has the right to feel the way that we do. I think it just comes down to some simple laws. And they're saying straight up, like, bro, you manifest from your thoughts and your feelings. So how do you think and feel? And you have to weigh that out. So you could even actually write that out in a day. You could just start timers. You could be more mindful. And if you feel like you just cannot help yourself, you got to think about your fucking ex, you hate her so much or whatever. Start your timer and really just put it on your little log and just be like, damn, it's like a debt. Just be keeping it like a checkbook balance or something, and just know that every fucking time you think negative, or you feel negative. And sad goes with negative too for me too. The universe is a positive place, so you just think of it as either like um, a white color or a black color, into the sky. A beautiful blue sky day, or we can make clouds, whatever you want to create. But it's not, you can do fart particles in the room. I don't care what color you want to do. But basically, it's going to be one or the other. And so every time, dude, you have to weigh that out, dude. And it's just easy to think about now because, like, now it's not any way we look. It's not the promotions that we have. It's not what anybody does for us at all. And we've all, you're just better than that. I would never let anyone disrespect you in our group. And so in our group, you would never, ever have to front. I have always luckily known that from seventh grade. I remember in seventh grade, I was looking around at everybody, even thinking then, I was like, we didn't know how to dance in that shit. And they were like, you want to go to dances? I was like, yeah. And we would dance and we'd like, we did not know how to dance. But I was like, dude, I still don't dance. So like in seventh grade, I was like, I'm fucking dancing. I don't care. And I just remember thinking in seventh grade. I remember also just noticing everything in seventh grade too. Like body changes and just being very alert and aware during that time. And, you're somebody that's always been a little bit ahead of the game. While a lot of people are worried about impressing other people, that is something that's coming up here in your reading. But it's not something that's bringing joy into your life. You're restricting yourself. Somebody that is also, you're supposed to be a leader so that you can help release people of being restricted, feeling like they have to follow the path of another. They're not trying to offer anything genuine anyway right now. They're not even being faithful to you as friends, as lovers. They're not focusing on their eternal selves. They're not focusing on the future. They're not setting goals even at the time. They may not even have homes or cars or jobs. It says that you're nearing the end of a long and important journey. This journey will change you forever. This journey turned you into a young adult, a man, a woman. This set you up for success. It released you from thinking that you needed to do all this. There's a lot that happened for you in the last year and a half. You lost everything, but you had this opportunity to really just like see what everything was all about out there in the world. You got to get on those dating websites and go on some dates and hang out with these great fucking friends. And you got robbed several times. You felt cried your balls off, and you're just like, this is awesome. I hate it. And you're like, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just do the right thing, and I'm not gonna be in these situations anymore. You're like, I'm gonna offer equal reciprocation, and um, yeah, people don't alert you. They didn't alert you. You didn't see the signs. Yeah, it just says right here on the left too. Don't go down the rabbit hole. So it's even pissing me off. So whoever fucked you was pissing me off too. So it's just the cards are always on your side of saying, don't think about it. We already know. Saying judgment's here. Your angels are actually gonna take care of these people. It'll be taken care of. It'll let you know if you need to do it right now. Send straight up though. Stop thinking about it right now. It actually specifically says that. So still say in first place too. I see down here. These people are restricting you anyway. Use your resources. For some of you, you're gonna have to move. Some of you got fucked over with your housing. They did mess you over. Just going on Snap. It says, is this gonna help you bloom to the best version of yourself? I do think that this is giving you pre-king queen vibes. It's really gonna get you out of that night energy because I feel like you had to get all this out of your system. I feel like in a way you would have needed to do this. I think this is great that you got to do all this because I do think that you're somebody that has loyalty to your people and friends. And I feel like you could have been involved in some kind of group project that went south. And it was the loyalty that was broken here. And so that released you. So it was a bond that needed to be broken. It's not that you were somebody who's immature and out on the streets hanging out with friends, but you are loyal. And it could have caused problems in your future relationship. And maybe has in the past. You felt like some of you guys had to go to like meetings or you were into entertainment or, down at the producing office, or I don't know what the fuck you guys call it. You guys were down doing your thing. And I feel like there were times when I feel like you guys may have done it during nighttime to morning. And this was causing late night arguments, possibly just distractions. It could have caused also for some of you guys to, for some of you, your girl got really involved and started to dress flashier, and also became more involved in the club life, and possibly even slept with one of the people in the group, and it became a thing that you were not alerted about. You didn't see the signs, and in front of your face it was happening while you were there working, and you just felt so disgusted and just embarrassed, and you felt as though nobody told you what was happening, and you couldn't even, you were just like, you're not that type of person. But now you will just see that for some of you, you will actually and already have taken a completely different career path now because of this. And that could have actually been the take that you needed to take. You could have actually went into this industry, and I'll tell you, I already know that the entertainment industry is of the dark world. This is teaching is obviously my light world one, and my own entertainment would be the dark world. So for some of you, you made a choice without knowing it that you took God's path, and now you're going to be a real husband. For some of you, you're going to get really involved in a church and get really close to a pastor, or you already have. He could be a black man. What's up, dude? You got to go potty or something? You want to go potty? Do you need to go, Hazel? She's like, hell no. I am no longer bound. I'm hearing that song better now. By what, Khalid? I don't know who sings that. Some of you sit in your car and you listen to sad songs, you're being asked not to do that anymore. You could be a Mexican that specifically sits in your car and listens to sad songs. Just because I'm eating the tagine thing. Some of you guys, thank you for the necklace, Andreas. It's very beautiful. You have, I don't know. I feel like I saw Queen of Hearts, but I don't even think that's in that book. So it might have said Queen of Cups, but I feel like it said Queen of Hearts. And so if it says Queen of Hearts, we already know. We already know how she is. She's staying off with her head and shit. You need to release this anger that you may have for somebody. You are asked to release all that you accumulated on this journey. You're being resistant to possibly going away and going to treatment, or possibly like when people are trying to talk to you about a certain problem, you may push them away. You're coming up as the high priestess. I feel like you are already somebody who's knowledgeable, and you actually know more than likely more than them. And so you're like, don't tell me what to do, penis leader. The strength card here. Yeah, your weakness is here tonight a lot. The last like day or two is that your weakness is that you're impressing others. You're already better than them in a non-bragging way. You're more intelligent. You work for God. You're 5D. You're unlimited. You need to be assertive. You're restricting yourself by impressing others. So there's no way for you to win as long as you follow the path of another because you are a leader. So you need to trust in that. And some of you already know that. And that's why you're stubborn. And people are like, you need to do that. And you're like, I'm not doing it. Says that you have more power in the situation than you think. Even if you're in a restricted situation, you need to actually use your resources. So just hit your Google search bar and say housing resources near me, power resources near me, utility resources near me, whatever you need. And it'll say just say resources in my community. You need to pick yourself up and be brave and not dwell on the problem and focus on the solution. Maybe you could start writing a book every year. Keep a journal and just say, it could be like your cool little like family history thing. And that way when you can pass it down and you can just always have it for generations to come, and just that way many more men and women in your family can have that to access. Instead of making it a bad thing that you guys go through trials and errors, you can turn it into a positive thing and know that you're keeping this journal for the people to make it easier for them in the future. And that's what being an emperor and an empress is all about. It's about leading them and teaching them how to find these solutions faster, because that's the real problem. And the problem is that you fear maybe you don't have the money to complete the problem faster. What are you going to do? It's really the fear in between the solution. It's not even a problem. So you need to teach people to stay calm and to be clear minded, and to really, when you don't know what to do what you can do kind of attitude. And that's all you can really do. It says that some of you guys had somebody backfire you on you literally were part of the wrong allegiance. You made allegiances with the wrong person. You felt powerless and you felt dejected in the end. It's a reminder that you actually have more power in the situation than you think. This person's trying to actually overpower you. They're trying to make you feel like you are hopeless, that you can't do shit. And they might have taken money from you, or just like it could be somebody that's in a higher up position and you actually do have rights. So if you feel like they're not actually helping you in any way, you can just reach out to the Better Business Bureaus if it has anything to do with the company. Just say always into me and Google are like homies. Everything I ever want to know, I just Google now. Just say Google on like da da da, and it'll give you all of the numbers, every resource. Yeah, you're about to serve these bitches. If you guys are thinking about suing somebody, you're about to get first place on that. Yeah, you may have been the last one to get picked, and they may have picked other people over you, whether it's a lover. They will regret that. Um, Yeah, you were the last one to know in this group. Like they promised you a lie. So somebody got promised a promotion or something. That was a lie. They could have even tricked you and said, "Let's go out and have fun." I do feel like there's some blackmail that went on here that was intentional. That you either lost a person, you could have gotten locked up, you could have been charged for something that it was like literally a setup. You did like do it in a way, but like it was like super just fucked. It was the way like the whole way it went down. It was like this is crazy. Like I can't even believe you did that shit, dude. Like they could have been like take you to a party and actually like I don't know, like you were just so drunk and I don't even know, dude. Like they made it all like happen just to ruin your life. Like I don't even know. This was like actually pretty poor energy. Yeah, bound. For some of you, they took pictures of you, maybe in a sexual way. Um, they could have even done something to you where you were tied up. I don't know. There's been a lot of bondage tonight in this energy. You could have agreed to maybe do something with somebody, but it went way farther than you were expecting it to go. There could have been, I just feel like there was cameras involved or something, and people were actually maybe mocking you or embarrassing you behind your back. You may not know this yet. Well, it's saying that you need to see with your heart because these people you have been giving it to are not the ones who should have it. And saying the time is now to hear the message. It's saying that you have determination and good sense, and that you can meet any challenge head on, and you will come out on top. Yeah, Page of Wands energy. Honestly, this could be like an offer in disguise that you may not know at first. And but I think you're going to be a simple person that sees it for what its beauty is, and I think you'll take it, and I think you'll go somewhere new. And you're like I said, you got some nonprofit resource stuff here. You're gonna see that these you're gonna be fine with whatever people offer. You're a grateful person. It looks like your life's gonna go into a different direction. Ooh, I don't like that. The light turns on, dude. The light turned on. I don't like it up there. I feel like there's a ghost. I feel like there's two ghosts up there now. I feel like my dad. I brought some back from my dad's house, and I feel like there already is a lady that died here for a bought the house. I don't like it, dude. I don't even know. I don't even fuck with like ghost shit, and I feel like whenever I think of my dad, I just think about like pet cemetery shit. I don't fuck with no ghost shit, dude. I don't like it. Right? And the light just like literally the light over the kitchen is like a chandelier thing. It just like turns on. And I don't like it. Could you imagine like if like they're like looking at you and it's like turn your light on while you're staring right there? Dude, I don't like it. I don't like scary shit. Like, dude, I think female ghosts are the freakiest things I've ever seen. I don't want any ghosts. I don't like it here that much. Yeah, you're bound. You're bound to probably your territory that you're at. It's good that you're leaving. Yeah, you're taking that leap of faith. You're ready to pursue a new goal. Yeah, you were just really just like having a good time. Says that for some of you guys, you were dealing with just a setback of being a goof off, and you were just getting yourself distracted. You needed to put your priorities in order. That's probably where you were getting linked up with people and staying in spare rooms and people's houses with people that were Netflix and chill people, and then finding out they were sleeping around with everybody because I think all of you were kind of probably bouncing around and figuring out where you could stay for some time, goofing off, partying, maybe drinking, going out to the bar. Just saying that for some people, they realized that wasn't the life they want, and for some people, they never get out of it. You wanted to get out of it. It tipped you to move along and get on the way. But it said if you put things off any longer, it's going to sabotage your success. You could be a Sagittarius. You need to double check things. You're making errors because you're not going back and looking. You're not checking. You're doing things too quickly. You are gonna get fired possibly for some of your work or having getting fired at work because of the quickness in which you move. And it would just be as simple as you actually checking your work and actually caring about the quality that you provide. Some of you guys have an attitude about shit that you know that you didn't really do, and you just keep arguing. And the point that you need to make, you just stop arguing. You actually have the ability to do a good job. And so, if you don't want to lose your job, you need to do a good job. Some of you just keep arguing. Nobody's going to deal with that. There's an attitude about there. People go, I'm a manager, and so we're just not going to deal with that. We're going to fire you. We know that at the point when you're getting talked to, we're not here to fucking listen to you argue about it. You can tell us how you feel if you have a statement, but even I argue. That's why I just run out the back door because I don't do well having conversations. They're like, "Sarah, come to my office now," and then I just leave. If you know you're somebody who's going to get out in an argument, just don't speak. No matter what it is, if you can't say it calmly, don't say it at work. I'm not a calm person. I say everything rude if I need to. So actually, we'll just like, I have to try hard not to be rude. Because I'm like you. And I feel like they're stupid, you know? And it's hard not to say something stupid, but I feel like some of you may be coming up with a little gaslighting here. Some of you guys may stick up for somebody who did not stick up for you. They've already been to one of the same meetings and they threw you under the bus. Everybody's throwing you under the bus. You'll be the only one in the meeting who has a different story. So you need to be honest. Some of you already went through this meeting and found out that's what happened. So that's the lesson here. If you would have told the truth, which is freaky, I already know. But there's no turning back after that. Especially not when it comes to the authority figure. Anytime you lie to one of the big dogs, like they just don't trust you again twice. Only ones that usually tell the lie. Oh yeah, they're lying. But I'm always the one who gets in trouble too. I'm the middle child. I'm the one that punches you in the neck, an accident. I always get in trouble too. Sometimes I'm a leader, but sometimes I like not being one. It's nice to just relax. This time around, I don't know. People are annoying. You always want to just say it, what's up? But you need to stop arguing. Yeah, you're the magician. You can do whatever you want. You have some hidden powers that you haven't activated yet. Another reason why you're being pulled away from those people that have been distracting you. Says that some of you guys need to work on your posture. That you would not be recognized by some of the higher ups on the 3D from just like your physical appearance or your posture. You need to up that more. Maybe the way you speak. If you want to be elevated, you need to be more. You need to be more elegant. Right here too says on the high priestess, it says you may not be seeing a situation for what it really is with a friend. But I think you guys know this. Usually, I know that you're so smart. Yeah, somebody's fucking you over. Says that when you're confused or insecure, that you need to walk with your shoulders back and stand tall and basically make the appearance like on the 3D that you are confident and don't give them any signs that you're questioning or like if you doubt yourself. You can definitely look like you doubt them. But fucking you need to stand tall, but like, yeah, it's all about in your appearance, it seems like. If they can sense your insecurity, they can dominate the situation. So don't bring your emotions into it. Somebody's definitely fucking you over. And so you're going to gain clarity. By basically confronting the situation with confidence and self respect. And you're not going to go in there weeping like a baby if somebody cheats on you. You're going to want to know, did you fuck me over? Did you steal my money? And yes, it's an emotional situation, but they're not going to fear you if you start crying. It's going to become a powerless situation. You lose power in that moment. They do say next time, never let your emotions overpower your intelligence. I like it. It says, consider the situation carefully because there's a lot more going on than meets the eye. So they're clearly keeping secrets from you. You wouldn't stay with this person if you knew what was going on. It's saying, what is your intuition telling you? It's telling you to look deeper at the matter. You're not seeing the whole situation. You're not seeing the situation. I feel like you know, you feel it, and now you're looking into it. Said a friendship or a relationship in your life is not really what they say they are, or who and what they really are there for is not really what it is. A friend is a foe, basically. They could be there getting information for another person undercover, pretty much just taking stuff back to them, stealing them here and they're bringing information back, pretend to be a friend, and they're going to use it against you. You need to set boundaries with this person, get them the fuck out of your life. Stick to yourself right now. You need to go into solitude. If you want to hang out with people, it's on you to like go for a stroll outside and enjoy some fresh air and take a walk. You need to change up what you do when you hang out anyway. Me too. I'll hang out with you. Maybe get some bikes. You can go bike ride in the Sierra. If you have dogs, you can meet at the dog park. You go disc golfing. It's gonna be a friends year. All of us are ready to get out and about now. Even Moody, because you've been alone, probably in hermit mode too much. Some of you guys need to like stand in the mirror and just learn how to love your new self. You have a different body. Some of you had kids, or you just changed, or you're just looking older. And it's telling you to stand in front of the mirror and just embrace your new self. This is your new you. This is your adult you. And just who cares, you know? I think that you're the only one who was worried about it. You may have been worried about impressing others, and you could have been somebody who felt like you had to go buy all this stupid shit that you didn't even want. You're not even into all that stuff, and so you can be released by that. It seems like your bound was by 3D tangible, like from your friends group. They were like, you felt like you were obligated to keep up on all of the trend shit, and it was a lot of your money, and it wasn't something you want to do. You wanted to relax. They were always like going out at night, sleeping around with everybody. They were just not honest, and you've actually grown out of it, and that's the other thing that you need to release. And then you have love and marriage, and you have a great future ahead. So some of you guys need to separate from your adult children. You need to stop being so possessive. Like you're, again, there's narcissistic energy here. It's talking about how the Empress kept Rapunzel locked in the tower, and that she also hated her because she was prettier than her. Empress, when she's not feeling good, is apparently Rapunzel's mother, and she, um, when she started to get older, she started to hate younger women. It says, and that's why apparently Rapunzel was in the tower. And so it's telling you to remind you to appreciate the beauty all around you, and remember that beauty is more than skin deep. Some of you guys are feeling like, am I good enough looking to have anyone? And so you haven't even tried to date anyone because you doubt the way that you look, and so you don't hit on people. And because you try to act like somebody that you're not actually on the right path to even manifest the right group of friends anyway. You have to release yourself of all of these false layers. Some of you guys as kids live in the house with you, or you are actually around somebody and their children, and it's actually there's no way for you to actually find peace and happiness with all that chaos. Um, some of you guys would like to just go and hold hands with somebody and just be more campy and alone time and have some peace. You just want to actually enjoy nature without somebody screaming around you. Some of you guys could have somebody that actually has a really loud voice as a woman. Um, and I don't know, I'm picking up a loud environment, and I don't think that any of them belong to you. And so, if that's you, you're being asked to step away so that you can enjoy your peace. They're aging you very quickly too, stressing you out. Some of you have been, you could have went to the doctor and found out you had high blood pressure. It is from these people, not your job or whatever else. They might say, oh, well, it's from you going and drinking with friends. It's not, it's actually from this person and their family. And if you were to listen to them, they would actually make you sicker and sicker and sicker. And like every time that you did anything, they probably were like, well, it's because of that. And it's literally not. This person makes you sick. Literally, they're making you actually sick. They have a sick, they know that they don't maybe even, I don't even know. This person's not, this person's too much. They're very controlling too. And they don't get along. Your parents, I don't think they, I don't think they, I don't really know. This person has a weird vibe. Page of Cups. It's the lowest you can do. It's trickery. They're Pisces too. But Pisces, the Page of Cups, you have the Ace of Coins here. So walk your own journey here. Pisces are mysterious, but the Page of Cups just shows me that like you could be actually in a situation where, again, yeah, I just feel like you could be taking care of a family and all these kids could be yours, or you're in an environment where all of this chaos is not yours. And so with this Page of Cups here, there's a lot that you don't know with it being a Pisces energy, that they're just mysterious. They just have mystery to them. But the Page of Cups energy alone, like, just feels like you're not going to get anything out of this offer. And to get yourself out of the stressful situation, you just need to leave that behind. They're guilt tripping you. They might say, "What do you mean you're not going to be here? I have to go do this Michael's freaking daycare, whatever." And you're saying, you're always running around, and you're actually becoming sick. There's stuff that this stuff doesn't really bother you. I don't think that much as like the Five of Coins. This person depends on you. King of Cups in the reverse. You're starting to not love them anymore. You used to be an athlete. You used to be very fit. They could tell you, like, you used to play basketball for some of you guys. There's not really a good mom. I don't feel like I feel like you're becoming troubled. You're ready to actually take a leap of faith away from this person. You have Ace of Cups energy, and you have true love coming into your future. Six of Swords in the reverse. It is going to hurt you. It is. It's not going to be easy for you to leave. You guys are going to cry. It's going to hurt you. It could be a family of 6, between you guys. I mean, my heart just broke. This is not easy for you. But you're just like, babe, I love you. And hopefully she can just get to this point after she cries it off and get to this point where she maybe can be happy for you and be grateful for the time that you were there, that you were there for them and you raised those kids. For some of you guys, you were just, that was your moment there, and it was actually affecting your health in a negative way. They didn't seem to recognize what you were struggling with. They were actually making false determinations on what was going on, which is not okay. It's not bad if they want to try, but actually if they are detouring your health decision, that could actually affect you bad. That could have made you sicker. And so it really matters that, especially the wife is making the right health decisions for her husband or anyone. If they want to be the leader, that's fine. But I don't feel like this person was offering a lot. I feel like you drove them around. For some of you guys, I know you could have given them rides. I feel like you found out they could have been Netflix. They were like more of a fucking like fake cuddler. That's probably why they had so much kids. They had 3 kids. Love you guys. Sweet dreams.